Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we are back on the Hermitcraft server. It is great to see you, and we are on episode 51 right now, 51 episodes. Now I just want to start off this video by saying an absolutely massive thank you for the amount of support that we got on episode 50 of Hermitcraft. As far as the likes are concerned, it was through the roof. I have never seen anything like it ever on my channel before. We got 1,000 likes within 5 minutes, and we hit the 10,000 like target within 2.5 hours of release of the video. I mean, that is some serious business there. At the time of recording, right now, I believe the video has about 18,000 likes. That's like a record. I don't know if I've ever had that many likes on a video before, so my motivation right now is through the roof. But before we start off with what I have planned in today's episode, I want to talk you through some of the comments that I received, because they really did make me laugh. The first one being that someone said that I looked like Bill Clinton, and then people started to agree with them. Now, I personally disagree. I don't look in the mirror each day and think, damn, I look exactly like Bill Clinton, but apparently I do. So please do leave a comment in the comment section if you think that I do look like Bill Clinton, because I would be interested to know. That's something that perhaps I should have noticed before the age of 18, but who knows. But the main thing that people were pointing out about the episode 50 is that I did unfortunately forget a handful of bases. Now, it was about 5 bases, and I feel really awful about this because I was dead certain that I had been to each and every one. Now, the reason that I missed out Zombie Cleo's base is because I had been to hers about 3 episodes back, and I went round her whole base. And the reason that I missed out Biffa's base was because I thought I had done it in the episode beforehand, but it turns out I actually missed that out from the video, which was a bit unfortunate. So we are going to start off this video by taking a look at all of their bases and just going right the way around, doing like a mini semi-Hermitcraft world tour, so you can see each and every person's base. We don't want to miss anyone out here. Hopefully I don't forget anyone in this episode, because then it will begin to get embarrassing. Now, I do understand that some of you don't enjoy watching world tours, so what I will do is I will include an annotation so that you can skip the world tour and get straight into the normal Hermitcraft video. But anyway, let's begin. So here we are at our first location. I'm sure you all recognise this base because it is one of my favourites on Hermitcraft, and that is Zombie Cleo's base. But before we begin, I just want to mention something about episode 50 once again, and that is about Azumavoid's base. A lot of you were fairly upset about the fact that I posted a small spoiler to do with the construction of his base. Now, I did speak to Azumavoid about this, and he said it is fine. Don't worry about it. But what I'm going to do is say you should really watch that episode. A lot of progress is made in that episode. An awesome build comes together, and you really can see his base develop. I will include a link to that video in the description because it is fantastic. And I was amazed when I went over to his base to see what he was doing, and it was only half finished. So in that episode, he's going to make a ton of progress, and it is going to be very good. Now, for those of you who don't know, Zombie Cleo is building a giant museum, and oh my god, I find this place, I love it. I really do love it. It completely captures my imagination. There is just so much cool stuff going on around this place, and I've been here multiple times, as you know, in my episodes. So here we have got a giant skull, and it is called Farsimum Mortis, the Death Sausage. I love it. I just absolutely love it. Look, he's even got some like bling bling teeth. It's brilliant. And then here we have the Kowapo, which is the largest diamond in the world of Minecraft. Yeah, that's pretty big. 1 meter by 1 meter cubed. Can you imagine how much that would cost in real life? And then these things, these are balloons with lights on the bottom, and then we have a few fish dotted about. I believe these were left over from Exumavoid's prank, in which he turned this whole place into an aquarium. Now, over here we have got pretty much the star of the show, but I have got some very bad news to do with it. Unfortunately, Zombie Cleo had a bit of a problem, and there are a few like obstacles that I have to get around here, but she had a bit of a problem, and that is the fact that there was actually a lava source underneath her Cthulhu monster, which means that it set on fire. is set on fire and there are things missing from it. So we're going to take a look at it. If you want to see this thing in all of its glory, then I will include a link to a recent video on Hermitcraft in which we took a look at it. But wow, she's actually made some more progress since we last saw it. But oh man, oh, that really has. Oh, you know, when she said it had set on fire, I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. That is a huge... Oh, and she's just fallen down the post. But that is a big loss. And look, it's on fire still. It's still on fire. Oh. So like I say, I will include a link to the video in which I showcased this. It was about 3 episodes back. Really an incredible structure. This is a great idea, and as I say, I absolutely love Zombie Cleo's base and what she is doing over here. It captures the imagination. It pretty much is the reason why I play Minecraft for builds like these. And yeah, I'm just taken aback by how much damage that fire has done. That really is a shame. Now, the second base that we're going to be taking a look at in today's video is, of course, Pippers Place. Now, we have been here multiple times in the Hermitcraft series, and it's really great that we've done that because we have been able to see this progress. I remember when we originally came over here, it was literally just the dirt in the sky, but gradually he has been adding things, and it is just starting to become a little Sky City right now. It really is adding loads and loads of things, various farms and useful stuff like that. So I'll give you a quick run through. I doubt I will be able to take a look at it all because there is so much of it. But over here we have got his tree farms, and I really like his design for this. I mean, sure, it's not particularly automatic and it's not the most efficient way of doing things, but here we have his little decoration there using the quartz and the pillars, and I've just seen that he's actually putting donator signs on the edges of these, so that really is a lovely way of doing things. And his use of redstone lamps is brilliant. It just looks good. It all looks good, works well together. Then the inside one, we've got the spruce wood, and then we have the orange just coming in nicely. I mean, really, the Biffer man, he knows how to build quite well. And then inside here, we have got a very unique storage area, and I really like these. It's a smart idea. Basically, what you do is you right-click on this minecart, and you have access to all of these chests. Then, if you want to see the second one, then you just right-click up here again, and you have access to all of these chests. It really is very smart and very intuitive. And then, if you want to get out, you just shift, and you can jump out of there. Now, I don't know actually how I'm going to get down without falling off the edge. Woo, that was close. I don't know if I've done that correctly. Biff is probably going to watch that and go, no, you have done that completely wrong. But there we go. It's a very cool storage system, and he has got 2 of them, one there and one there. Now, I don't really know what he's building up here, but to me, and this is just to the average onlooker, it looks like it is going to be a mob farm, which would be a great idea because he is way up in the sky. That will get maximum efficiency, especially because he is going to be spending most of his time up on this level. Then we have a bunch of beacons, a few more farms over here. We have got like nether wart and wheat, and then right the way over there you can see the sugarcane farm, and that really is brilliant. But if we head down to the bottom now, we'll just do a cheeky ender pearl right down here. You can see he has got his witch farm, and then this is where the redstone consultancy came in because I used a item elevator that takes all of his items up and then puts them in an item sorter, so he has all of his witch farm drops up there, and that works quite nicely. But yes, this is the witch farm, and this is just his average normal like general storage where he has a bunch of just haphazard farms like all those sheep and then a few horses and just a starting area. And wow, look at that, there is his base in all of his glory. Looks very good. Cool, I really do like Biffer's base. Now we are over at King Daddy D-Mac's base, and I apologise to King Daddy D-Mac because in both world tours that I have done of the Hermitcraft server, I have completely missed this place, and it is always entirely by accident. I really am sorry, but here we are finally, and as you can see, he has been working hard. He is in the middle of an ocean, and by the look of things, he is constructing himself an island. And one thing that I really like about this is the trim that he has going on. I mean, when you build islands and things, especially if you're going to make them a circular shape, a lot of people just put down grass and things, and then they're like, done, it's an island, it's done. And although it is technically an island, it doesn't look that good. And with something like this, it really is a nice effect. So like I say, I will add in King Daddy D-Mac's channel and all of the other channels that I'm going to be taking a look at in today's video in the description so that you can check those out and see what all of the hermits are doing. Watch the series from their perspective, but by the look of things, we have got ourselves a pumpkin farm That is working very well there. That really is working well. But also, the good thing about King Daddy D-Mac's base is the fact that he is actually on top of a stronghold. So that means that he can just hop on through to the end whenever he pleases. And I'm actually going to take a look at the understairs, downstairs area of his base now. So let's just hop on through this nether portal and see what is through here. Wow, okay, so he's got a lot of iron. That is the first thing that you're going to notice. Iron and beacons. And then he's got the... I'm glad to see, actually, that he's got the silverfish spawner. I don't know if he's going to be using that in the future for, like, a cannery, because that can work very nicely. Let's take a quick look in all of his chests, because you know what we're like. Might as well. He's got some slime. He seems to have quite a lot of mob drops as well. And a bunch of food stuff. You know the drill. This is all pretty nice. And then through this way, he has got a really, really cool looking place. That is a very nice idea with the water there. Does this go through to the surface, or is it just like a decorative fountain? Right, it is a decorative fountain. Now, by the look of things, he has got some cool things planned for these areas, and this just goes downstairs. We have got more beacons. Well, those are the same beacons, but yeah, the beacons, they're everywhere. And then I guess this goes out into the stronghold, the wilderness. I don't want to be going out there because I will be obliterated by mobs. But you get the drill. This is King Daddy D-Mac's base. I apologize if I've missed anything important, but it's pretty cool. Now, I am currently over at Jevin's base, but I don't want to show you any of it to avoid the situation that I had in the other week. Recently, I've been watching Jevin's videos, and what I am seeing in his base right now is very different to anything that I have seen in his videos recently. So what I will do is I will include a link to his latest video of Hermitcraft in the description so that you can check that out for yourself, because really, I do not want to give any spoilers away. Okay, I had enough comments in episode 50 saying, oh, spoilers, oh, you've ruined it for me. I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. So check out Jevin's Let's Play series. It will be in the description. You can check that out for yourself. But anyway, on to our next base. I believe that is Schism and then Pungence, and then we should be done with the World Tour. Just thought I would give you a really quick show round of Corralis's Mesa Biome base. I spent so long in a tunnel to get here, and I just thought I might as well record it, because here we go. We have got the church over there, at least I think that is the church. And you know what Corralis is like. The detail is everything. It really looks good. Wow, look at that. That is just such a fitting painting for the church. Then here we have got the saloon and the bank. And the bank is the most interesting part, in my opinion, because he has got a vault door down at the bottom. That was built by me. So if we just open up here and then go through here, you can see that we have got the bank vault down at the bottom, and inside all of these there are iron and money and all expensive stuff. But let's take a look. Here is the closing. The vault is closed, and there is the opening. So very nice base from Corralis. Now I have got like an 8-minute journey back to the original place. I've been searching for about 30 minutes or so for Schism and Pungence's base, and then I was notified that Pungence's base is actually in the Hermit Town. So here is his house, and it is a very nice ultra modern house here. Looks pretty cool. I'm always a fan of the things that Pungence builds. You know, he had a really cool house in the original Hermit Town, like in the town center there. That was really cool. And now he's got something awesome here. He's got a swimming pool. I don't really know what this is, and I'm gonna try not to fall in it, but I don't know what that is. This looks like a big TV. I don't know if that's what it's meant to be. And then in here we have what looks to be a bar that also doubles up as a potion brewing stand. So there we go. It is pretty cool. Now off to Schism's base. Whoa, I was just en route to Schism's base, and it would look like Corralis is in the process of building a giant mansion. So there we go. Garage and the whole lot. Really the whole lot. Now, I have been informed that Schism's base isn't actually in the Nether, which would explain how long I have spent searching for it, but it should be somewhere off in this direction, so it shouldn't be too long now. Hopefully I'll find this one soon. Finally! There it is! This is what we've been searching for. Schism's Halo. This is what he's building. Man, it looks huge! It looks pretty big in the videos, but in person, I say person like I'm actually there, Well, I sort of am. I mean, I can jump about it virtually, but I'm not physically in Schism space. But anyway, this is a very, very cool build. I am glad we spent all that time trying to locate it. However, I would say, Schism, get yourself a nether portal, please, and get yourself some signs, because I got so lost. I really could not find it at all. But here it is. It's a giant build, and it is going to be called the Halo. I absolutely love it. The way that he's building this is awesome. Like, all of the mixed blocks and things, excellent. And then let's take a look inside. I can't seem to get inside. Let's take a look inside version 2. Yes, and just everything about this really is good. I mean, the mixed up floors. I mean, let's take a look in his chest. Whoa, hello. 3 diamonds. And yeah, just a bunch of chests. You know, he's got a cool look going on here. I don't really know what the general plans are for this. I don't know if it's going to just be a giant build with no real purpose, or if it's going to be like a huge farm. This would be pretty perfect for like a wheat farm. Can you imagine? I don't know if that's what he's planning on doing. I have absolutely no idea. I am going to be checking out Schism's Let's Play on this one to see what's going on. But this is an incredible looking structure. And then he's got a few bits and bobs around here. It looks like he's got a small base inside the mountain as well, which we will quickly check out. But yeah, Schism, he has been working hard. He's been working hard off the radar there. So yeah, this is just a general storage area and bed. So that is pretty cool. That is Schism space, but unfortunately that marks the end of the world tour. This has taken much longer than I expected. It's taken about 2 to 3 hours to do all of this, which is just absolutely insane. I was not expecting that in the slightest, but it's been a lot of fun. And now on to the rest of the Hermitcraft series. Episode, that's what I was looking for. It's been a long day. So for those of you who skipped the world tour, welcome back. And for those of you who have been watching the world tour, can you believe how much crazy stuff happened in that world tour? I mean, we went to Pippers Place and there were 1,000 wither bosses and we beat them all with our bare hands. I mean, really, really crazy stuff. And if I were you, I would be watching that world tour. But anyway, what are we going to be doing in today's episode? Well, the first thing that we have to do is we have to do a little bit of work on the chicken farm. Not only has it burnt down a little bit, I mean, I really should have thought that through. We've got a lava source block here, and then I've built the entire outside out of wood. I should have noticed that something was going to go wrong, but I didn't, and it has gone wrong. So that is a shame, but we are also going to be doing a little bit of redstone work. What I want to do is transfer all of the chicken drops, which we have quite a lot of, from here down and into the main storage area of my base. Because I've discussed this many times, I want the main storage area inside my base to be the place that I can go to for any item. Like, I can pretty much guarantee that all of the items are going to be in there. There is no point in a main storage area if there are going to be bits and bobs that you have to collect from elsewhere. So that is the plan. I am going to run a hopper string down, and then it's going to go into a small sorter that will take out the feathers, and it will drop all of the chicken down into my main storage area. I think that sounds like a pretty good idea, and that's just my plan for this first part. The first thing that I'm going to have to do with this is write down the coordinates of this location and the location of the chest that all of the chicken is going to be going into. Now, it is quite a long way for the hoppers to transport the items, and it's going to need a bit of iron and also quite a bit of wood, but you can see, whoa! Oh, that's a bit of a design flaw, isn't it? Yeah, you can fall right the way through my base. That would have been really bad. But anyway, we are back up here, and this is the destination chest. So this is where all of the chicken is going to be going into. Like I say, it is quite a distance, but iron and wood aren't really a problem for me because we currently have 2 working farms that produce them. Unfortunately, the iron farm is going to break relatively soon, but oh well, we shouldn't run out of it too quickly because we have hundreds upon hundreds of double chests of the stuff. There it is, the bottom of the chest for the chicken farm. That is where all of the chicken goes, and then that will run down a bunch of hoppers here, and then along this line, down this hole, along more of a line, and then round this corner, across down here, and then finally into this chest. Now, all of this is going to be done using hoppers. I was considering using water streams, but I don't really know. I don't really rate them, and we've got tons and tons of hoppers and stuff like that, so it doesn't really bother me too much. So now what I'm going to do is craft up a bunch of hoppers, run them along this line, and then we should have a fresh supply of chicken in the base. You know when I said I don't think we need to worry about iron? Well, here we go. All of these chests here are completely filled to the brim with iron ingots, but that's not the full story. All of these chests are filled up with iron blocks. I don't know how much iron the hermits are using at the minute, but I'd say this thing is due to run out in the next bazillion years. Most probably. This is a ridiculous quantity of iron. I mean, really, how much iron do we need to use? We're not going to be decorating everything like this, I don't think. So, yeah, we should be fine for a little while longer, I guess. And there we go. All of the hoppers are running into this chest. As you can see, when we open it up, there are 42 pieces of chicken in here. And because I am using a trap chest, you can't actually see any of the chicken flowing in. But there we go, 53. So we have gained 9 in the space of me talking. Obviously, most of that chicken is in the chest up at the top, and then it is flowing on down. But this is going to work very nicely as a fully automatic food source that I can then pick up inside my base instead of having to head all the way out there to pick up the chicken, because, you know, that was just far too much effort for me. I like to stay underground and not travel too far to pick up my things. But now what we have to do is, what the hell? Why are there bones in there? Who put the bones in my chest? And why is chicken in there? This is so confusing. But anyway, apart from all that, what I want to try and avoid is getting feathers in these chests, because I don't really have a use for feathers. So what I'm going to do is add in a little sorting system that will take those out, so we get 100% chicken inside of here. Hopefully no feathers or bones in these chests. You know, that would be better. I've got this temporary little setup here. This is just a very easy item sorter, and all of the feathers at the minute are running into this double chest. And as you can see, if we head out to the front, all of the chicken is going in here, and we have got absolutely tons of chicken. So that is always good news. But here's the thing. If this double chest fills up, then we're going to have the same problem that we started off with. So what I'm going to do is create a very quick and easy to build lava dispensing system that will dispense all of our feathers off into lava, so that we don't have to worry about them, because really they are annoying little things and I never want to see them ever again. So straight into lava with them and we can all be happy. All done, complete, finito. The dumper is in place and we have replaced the chest to go here. Now you may be wondering, I forgot to mention this, why I did not put the chicken right next to the wall, and that is because if we head round the back here, you can see this wall is actually right where the hoppers would be, and that means it would look ugly. We don't want anything to do with ugliness in this base. I am finally starting to be happy with the way this place looks. Let's get rid of that, just because, you know, it's a little addition, and hey, we are missing a torch as well. So we'll plonk that one down right there. But I am finally beginning to be happy with the way this place looks, and I didn't want to spoil it by putting a bunch of hoppers in here, because let's face it, it would not have looked good, and we don't want any of that in the Mumbo Jumbo base. None whatsoever. Now onto the outside of the chicken farm itself. The first thing that we have got to do here is strip it all down. So I'll do that really quickly, and I will catch you in a couple of seconds. And there we are, looking significantly uglier than it did just then. I really liked that original chicken farm design. I know it was a little bit controversial, and from the sides it perhaps didn't look so good, but I am going to miss it. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I do sort of want to use the same jungle wood that we did beforehand, because that doesn't appear to have set on fire. I think it was just the blocks that were right next to this that made it set on fire. Then again, part of me thinks, do I want to risk it? Perhaps I could try some new things out, perhaps using the cobblestone fences that I have just started using. I don't know. I really don't know with this one. This one is a little bit tough because it's a very odd shaped build. It's very slim and quite tall, so I suppose we could have some cobblestone walls going up like this, and then I don't even know. You know what, I'm going to take a moment here to have a think about what I want to do, the sort of materials that I plan on using, and then I will have a little conversation with you in a couple of seconds to see if you like what you think I have got planned. Here is my official new and refined plan. So I'm going to be keeping the jungle wood in at the front because I think it looks really good, and in the whole time that I had the chicken farm, it never set on fire, so I'm just going to make the flat out assumption that it won't set on fire from now on, okay? I'm allowed to do those kind of things, so yes, we are going to be doing the jungle wood. Then for this wall here, I think we are going to go for like a mismatch cobblestone and stone brick design, a bit like the kind of stuff that I've been doing in my base recently. I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but it is pretty self-explanatory. We have a wall that also has some cobblestone inside of it. Most of it is in fact stone brick, but you just add cobblestone in as a little detail so it looks a bit more ruined, a bit more worn down, which may sound like a bad thing, but I actually really like the ruined and worn down effect. I think it looks really good, especially in jungle bases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly build all of this around our chicken farm, and hopefully it should end up looking pretty good. I really am having a bit of a struggle here, okay? I have pretty much designed the exact same thing that I had going on last time, except I changed up the sides, which I'm sure has been taken very well by 90% of the viewers, because a lot of you said that you hated the original sides, and you know what? Having seen it like this now, I would agree with you. This looks 10 bazillion times better, so there we go. But as far as the roof is concerned, I have no idea what to do. I have a feeling that the roof was the thing that set on fire. So you may be wondering, why on earth are you using wood? And I am currently asking myself the same question. And that is why this has become so difficult. Because, you know, if I use something else other than wood, then it would sort of spoil the effect of the jungly style. But I can't risk it setting fire again. That would be so rubbish if it did. So what I'm considering is wood and then stone brick and then wood and then stone brick, because then the stone brick will be one layer above this lava and we should be pretty safe as far as that is concerned. But honestly, I have absolutely no idea, so I guess we'll just have to give it a tester and hope for the best. This is what I've gone for as far as the roof is concerned, and I am in fact using cobblestone. A lot of you, if you are new to my channel, may notice that I am a massive fan of the cobblestone, okay? Looks good over there, we're using it quite a bit in this build. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's because I run with the Faithful Texturepack. It makes my base look 10 times better because of the amount of cobblestone I use. Faithful just makes cobblestone look usable, and that is what I like about it. But anyway, as you can see, the chicken farm is now in a what I would consider to be complete stage. I think it looks fairly good. From the back, it doesn't look too brilliant, but then again, if you are seeing it from the back, then you are on the wrong side of my base, in which case you have done something very wrong. So anyway, I would consider that to be a done project. Huzzah! For this final part of this Hermitcraft video, we are going to be off and over at the 1.7 Hermitcraft town, where we have got all of the crazy builds. I know I recently showcased this, of course, in episode 50, the big old world tour that I did, but really, as I have said many times before, this place is amazing, and we have recently been over here placing down our own spice to the area, and that is the junkometer, and that is a way that hermits can dump their stuff that they don't really want inside this chest, and then it will flow into this little leveler, so we can see just how much the hermits throw away. And it's going to be really interesting to see what is actually inside here, because we're going to be doing a little bit of fixing up. So let's just pop inside like this and take a look in some of the hoppers. So we have got, whoa, who is throwing away this stuff? I mean, really? What kind of madman is throwing away chicken? Oh, that is so interesting. But the 59 iron and the sticky pistons, wow, I never expected to see those. But what we're going to be doing now is we are going to be replacing the hoppers with chests, and that means that there should be a little bit more storage capacity, which is always good. Let's take a really quick look at the redstone, because it didn't take that long to wire up, and I have put in all of the chests. Now, the first thing that I had to do was rewire our item elevator circuit, so that was originally over there, and then our torch tower was on this side, but you may notice that the hoppers would be right next to it, and that would slow the system down, which we don't want to happen. So instead I have moved it over here, and then our torch tower goes up like this, and then we have all of these hoppers, they run into the chest, and then the comparators take the outputs to create a very nice storage silo. So let's give it a quick tester. Here it comes, the moment of truth. We'll need to bung in a couple of items, so how about we throw that iron back in there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, yes, the bottom light has come on, which means that everything is functioning correctly. Man, what is wrong with me today? I suddenly cannot speak. It's a little bit worrying, I have to admit. Despite my slight speech impediment, we managed to get to the end of the video. Yes, it has been the longest Hermitcraft episode for an extremely long time. I don't think I've actually ever done one over 31 minutes long, which I would consider to be a fairly large achievement. Yeah? Over 31 minutes, would you say that's an achievement? In fact, I don't even know if I've done a Hermitcraft episode over 30 minutes, so there we go. We might have just broken the half-an-hour mark as far as Hermitcraft episodes go, so that is something to be proud of. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.